and welcome to another episode of Wear Many Hats. My name's Rachel. It's a Monday morning and we've got a fantastic guest with us today. I'm very excited about his journey. It's the only podcast that's dedicated to the FM and the property industry. So today we have Daniel Peters. He is an account director at CBRE GWS. Welcome, Daniel. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. It's rare I do them in the morning, so we're nice. Got all the coffee going. Done yours already. Love that. Did you come from far this morning?
I've come from 20 Fen this morning, so about a 30-minute walk.
Okay.
Very nice out today.
You did a walk. I
did. Well, it's nice in London. I don't mind walking if it's not raining. So,
yeah, it's lovely. It's actually a very nice morning. I agree. I'm very much a tube girl, sadly. Just so I know I'm getting to the destination I need to get to without getting lost. I'm not great on Google Maps, but yeah, I'm really happy to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Excited.
Yes. So let's get cracking. Where did it all sort of start for you? Let's rewind a bit.
Gosh. So going back a few years, it feels a long time ago now, but I grew up wanting to be the next Jerry Maguire or Eddie Hearn.
Yeah.
It's probably someone that I would aspire to and still do to this day. But it didn't work out that way. I've got a sports science degree and thought I'd be the next Eddie Hearn or like most children or young people, something to do in football, like physiotherapy or something like that.
Yeah.
It didn't work out, obviously, because I'm in FM.
Yes.
So, bigger and better things, as they say. But and then I started with Johnson Controls.
Yeah.
And they gave me a fantastic opportunity as an improver.
Right.
So I became an electrician there.
Okay.
And sort of worked with them for a number of years. Did me very good. And the truth is I kind of got the chance really because my father works for them.
Okay.
He's quite well respected in the industry. So he, dare I say it, now I look back and think I got the opportunity because of him.
Yeah.
Who you know, not what you know. And
yes.
I left JCI to be Daniel Peters. Because at Johnson's I was someone's son, my dad's son, and which was great. You know, I used that to my advantage at times as well.
Of course.
And went to Matrix to become a technical manager, who are now E1 Control Solutions. So was there for a while, and in the time between E.ON and JCI, many of the sites I worked for and with was CBRE sites. Mm-hmm. So I always felt a little bit like a member of their family anyway, part of their team, and obviously knew who they were. And many of my friends and colleagues who are now friends work in CBRE, and then made the big jump over to the big green machine.
Yeah, big green machine.
And 6 years ago nearly.
You can see.
So
very loyal, aren't you? You seem to be in, I mean, the position you did 2 years, 8 months, but then E.ON and Matrix were as one anyway. So it looks like you're about 5 years in.
5 years in, yeah. So I try to be loyal. It's one of my biggest like non-negotiables is loyalty.
Love that.
So I do try and do that, and I feel like I've moved at the right time. Never burnt any bridges, so I feel like they would have me back, hopefully.
Yeah.
Which is good. And yes, so CBRE now was a contract manager at Bird & Bird, which is just down the road.
Okay.
That's my baby still. That is,
okay.
And. Done a mini AGM role in between, sort of as I was moving out of there. And now at 20 Fenchurch Street.
Right.
Got a fantastic team there. There's just under 40 of us.
Wow.
So yeah, really good. We have the landlord side and a lot of the tenant piece over there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Yeah. I mean, you mentioned your dad. Who else sort of gave you a real push in your career, do you think?
Gosh. My first boss, Neil Ifield, was very good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of elements that he taught me, maybe around the people side, not so much on the leadership or management.
Yeah.
Because I was probably too young to sort of see that side of it. But the way he treated people was first class. So I try and utilise that in my day now.
Yeah.
Sort of small things like if you've got an appointment in the afternoon, you're not made to book half a day or come in to go out. You sort of, work from home, come in. And them little touches there.
Manage your time. Ben.
Yeah, exactly. And I try and do that now. Yeah. At the time, I sort of used to think he was, there's a lot of things that he used to do that I look at and go, he was really good for the people. So I try and do that in every day, really.
Communicating.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah. And did you always know that this was sort of the the path? I mean, obviously you said about sports. I mean, tell me a little bit more about that. Because you did sports at uni, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
And it looked, it's all very sporty right at the beginning of your LinkedIn, I can see.
No, I never thought I'd be doing this. I always grew up very, very athletic, doing sports, playing sports. And even when I got the position with Johnson's, I didn't really want to, it wasn't where my head was. It was kind of, it served a purpose for money and for lifestyle. And I didn't really know much about what the industry or the job was. It was obviously my dad's always been involved, and he'd say, he'd come home and say to me, I've been in a plant room all day, and I actually thought plants, which is highly embarrassing now. But that's true. I used to but I wasn't that inquisitive about it, which I wish I was, because if I asked more questions and listened a bit more, I probably may have took the route earlier. But then I realised that once I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed working with people and learning, really. So yes, very sporty. I still would be Eddie Hearn today if I got that chance.
Of course, but, very glamorous job.
Indeed, yeah. So, but I feel like there's qualities from the university days that helped me in the learning that I've got today.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So not completely wasted.
No,
but.
I don't. I think
it's not as glamorous.
I personally think everything in life is sort of mapped out for you, and you sort of take opportunities, and that's how I sort of think. And I think anything that you have done is, and we're always going to be learning, aren't we?
That's right.
What age we are, we're always going to be learning. And I always say remain teachable, because that's how you get on in your career. But you never know.
Indeed, who knows?
I mean, I'll ask you later what you do with your sports, but so let's talk about 20 Fenchurch Street. You've mentioned another couple of buildings, but what does a day in your world actually look like these days? What do you do?
Well, yeah, the common saying "no 2 days are the same" couldn't be more true. It's a big beast. There's a lot on. We have fantastic clients there. They're great. They keep us busy. We have a great team there. So we have a large team of 40, ranging from engineers to admin to operational staff. So what does a day look like? It's very difficult to say, actually.
You're wearing many hats,
it all
right?
depends. That's right. So we have roughly 26 clients there,
right?
That range from tenants to landlord side. It's trying to maintain that balance for them all. But the team do pick that up. It's not the me show down there. Really, it's that they are. I always often say I've got the best team. They are my best asset, and I do believe that they are. Yeah, agreed. They are. If I was to go somewhere else, I'd pick all of them up with me. Yeah. That's if they've come with me. But yeah, we kind of we plan every day, but it feels like we firefight every day. But that's what we do. It's a reactive business.
It is.
And there's so many external factors that sort of relies on. The weather can change so much in the building, and people's moods. So it's more. We plan, but it feels very reactive every day.
Yeah.
I suppose that does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Well, this is the wear many hats, isn't it? So do you tend to be sort of office based? Are you there a lot?
So I'm there every day.
Or are you moving around?
Every day I'm there. And if I'm not there, I'm at head office. So I do wear many hats, sort of got the one where we can have open and honest discussions and sort of talk the engineering language amongst the team. Then we sort of have the politician and the empathy and things like that, depending on who we're talking to at that time. But we're all working to the same goal. It's just trying to make sure that my main factor is it's a people-centric business.
It is, yeah.
So regardless of the building or size, things will happen. It's how we manage the people inside them, how we make them feel.
Their expectations.
Is the most important thing.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. So what sort of challenges, what's testing you right now? Have you got something going on that's challenging you?
Challenging me? That's a really good question. I suppose for me, ESG and AI is big. It's big in the market.
It's the topic, isn't it?
It is, and I think it's one of them that does anyone really understand?
We're right at the beginning of it, aren't we?
I feel like we're at the start, and I think there's companies that understand and have a pathway, as they call it, like the CREM pathway, and work into frameworks. I think is trying to work out at the moment, understanding what they want, but how can we get there? I think we're at that stage where we're trying to, we're still learning about it.
And working together, isn't it?
Collaboration's key on these.
Absolutely. The more ideas, the better, I think.
Exactly. And it's a challenge. And then you've got AI, which is sort of like, do you embrace it? Don't you embrace it? And I think there's an element where, again, you have to embrace change. There's, not so many years ago, we didn't have a camera on the phone, and now it's glued to them. So we have to embrace the change and maybe use it to make to our advantage, to make us better. So I would say that's the hardest navigating. And not only that, everyone's pathway or agenda is different.
Yeah.
So you have to know enough about everything to help. And have a good reach.
We've all got to get involved, I think. And I use AI on a daily basis. I love a bit of ChatGPT. I've said it so many times, people are bored of hearing it. But it really does help. But you've got to be careful. You can't just copy and paste and whatever. You've got to check that the data that you're putting in is sort of spitting out what you actually need. And I don't think we can completely rely on something to say, oh, wow, yeah, that's actually how I would have said it. Or, for instance, an email or a post, or you've got to check it.
I agree. I think you've got to use it, but then, like you say, check and challenge it. 'Cause do you understand what you're sending out and things like that? And I think you've got to know enough to talk about it, but be clever enough to know that you need to listen. So it's a good tool to help you, but don't rely on it as the sole source of information.
Yeah, like if we're putting in stats and things like that, I think it's great. It's a great tool to, put stuff into order. And, I always find if I'm having a particularly busy or a down day, we all have them, don't we? It helps me to sound consistent.
Sure, yes.
Because it's getting to know me. That's why we say we've got to be polite and pleasant to AI. But there are so many tools, and obviously we've got the tech side of stuff as well, which is obviously, where do we think this where do we think it's all heading?
Sure.
And what excites you? And AI is quite exciting if you,
it is,
and also the tech. Running buildings today, for instance, I bet you've got a lot of tech.
We have, we rely on tech. I think AI will be good for governance, as able to support with reporting functions and things like that. It's key that we remember that we've got to be able to read the report and read through the report and understand the report. But I think it helps on that aspect.
Yeah.
And technologies, I think in reality, technology is AI in itself. The technology and the electronics behind it. I think if it enhances what you do, we need to embrace it.
Definitely. Working smarter.
Not hard. Yes. Yeah, agreed.
It is that. It's literally doing that for us, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
And in the building that you mentioned, 20 Fenchurch Street, what sort of AI and tech have you got going on in there? Tech in particular, I think.
So I wouldn't say it's not sort of 100% AI, but we do have smart tech in there.
Yes.
Sort of for like energy saving purposes.
Brilliant.
Sort of people counters. We also have technology on our M&E plants that sort of lets us know, do we need a flush outlets? Do we need a waste energy, like labour, waste more, things like that. So again, that's in itself is similar to AI.
Yes, it is.
But we could use AI a bit further with that function to report a bit more. But we've got more that we're looking at, but we need to make sure, obviously, it's like is it safe for the IT and things like that? So the greater AI taking over.
Be really careful, haven't we? Yes. So it sounds like you guys are definitely embracing.
Trying, yeah.
CBRE have got their own ESG division.
They have, and they help me a lot, to be fair, the ESG team.
That's what they're there for. Right, You've got to keep them busy. And it's good that they'll know stuff before you. Yeah. And that's great for, a company like CBRE. You need that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And you need those people, don't you? So do you think the industry is innovating fast enough, or do you think we're still playing catch up?
I think there's people or companies that are leading the market, and I think there are people in the term playing catch up. There's people that I think there's two types of people or companies. You've got companies that will try and learn a bit about something before they sort of either go to market with it or release it. And then there's companies that will ignore that aspect of it and jump double-footed tackle in and kind of learn a little bit as you go along. And then you've got the companies that will say, well, by the time we've made the mistakes, we've already got the product. There's ups and downs to that. And then you've got the companies that won't make the mistakes because they're going to fine-tune it. So I think there's always people leading the way. And there's people playing catch-up. I think the end, who's doing it better at the end is up for whoever the end user is.
Exactly.
So that's kind of a very Switzerland answer there. I'm sitting on the fence a bit, but I'm just.
But company like CBRE, you're a forward-thinking company. You know, you're the green machine.
The green machine, as they call it.
I love that.
I hope we are leading market. I think we are. I think they are very good at what they do, and some would say the best up for them to decide. But I think either way, if you're leading or you're catching up, I think it's just key in your area. You might not be playing catch up because you're just learning a bit more about it. Rather than learning as you go. Cautious. Again, very political answer. I don't know. That's a very tricky question.
No, you've answered that well. I think you have. So looking back, what sort of moment or project are you still very proud of today? You're probably still doing that, I would have thought. There's probably many to come.
I would say I'm most proud of the culture that we've got. I mean, there's many individual projects that I'm proud of and steps as through growing up, and that makes me sound really old because I feel like I've still got plenty of time left in there.
You definitely
do. I don't think you ever take enough time to reflect when that moment comes, whatever the goal is. When you've got it, we never celebrate it because we've already got the next goal. So I'll say the most one I'm probably proud of is the culture and team we've got at 20 Fen. I think there's 40 of us in that office there, and everyone gets on really well.
And I love it when people say that about, what's their proudest moment or project, or, it's the people. I really like hearing that. I'm a bit of a people person. So I really love it when people are embracing and celebrating people's success. And that sounds like exactly what you're saying there.
Well, I mean, it sounds very cliche, but my job is to make others around me better. So if I'm making them better and they can flourish, then I'll naturally flourish. But it's my job. It's my job to lead them to be better at their job or to help them. So they are a great team. It sounds like I've said that many times on here. The culture from when I took over to now, it's fantastic. Everyone works hard. If someone's having a down day, someone pulls up the other 20%.
I love that. And support each other.
Exactly. It's
so important. And I keep hearing on this show about sort of be kind. Because you don't know what people are going through. I mean, life can be really tough, for people, and and we can go through stuff. And I think as a team and working together, it just makes us more human, doesn't it?
I agree. Everyone's got their own personal things going on, haven't they? So, and do we really know enough about each other? I suppose the answers I would say for me are not really. Is taking that time and making sure everyone's okay, which sounds very sort of un-British, stiff upper lip, let's carry on.
Correct.
But I think in the way the world is moving, it's really important just to take a second to realise that everyone is trying in work, but there might be a reason why things aren't going so well for them today and things like that.
Exactly. I think it is. I mean, I've said this on the show before, but when I was first starting out, I sort of mentioned someone in my old job, but it was very much like leave your problems at the door. Like you can't come in and like you've just got to get on with it, and that's that. And it's not like that today, is it? And I don't know whether it's after COVID or what, but we're a little bit more in tune with.
We've definitely got more empathetic, I think since COVID, and maybe a bit understanding. I think I agree with what you said. I know we were talking before the show saying about before and now, but I think there's also a bit of a level where you need to give enough to let people understand what's going on, but maybe not too much that the door's open for the personal. So it's getting, again, it's a balance in that department as well, which I know is like another buzzword, like work-life balance, but it's you've got to get the balance right, but at the same time got to give enough so that someone can understand or at least relate.
Yeah, no, it's good food for thought there. I'm just sort of thinking about my past and how I wasn't allowed to, sort of share issues and concerns. And looking stressed or sad at work was a no-no. I mean, I'm in sales, so that's right. We're not allowed to be sad. Keep smiling no matter what. But it's good if you can be yourself more at work, I think, and you probably enjoy your job more.
I think so. I think they always say, don't they, be your true, authentic self at work, which is very dangerous because I always think I wouldn't have a job otherwise. But I think
same.
I think it's like you've got to be yourself because in the end it shows anyway. And those that work with you close enough will understand. And again, I think I said it's a people business, so you've got to get on with people, work with people. So be yourself. Maybe again, good balance. But you need to, be you, and you have more fun with it as well because work's not work if you're having fun, right? So,
I mean, I've had a lot of fun in work over the years. Absolutely. A little laughter's so good for the soul.
It is.
So, what's I think I've asked you this already, but if someone came to you tomorrow saying, "I want to do what you do," what would you say?
What would I say? Sorry, I'm taking a second there because
that's okay. You can take all the seconds you like.
I would encourage them. I think I love what I do.
Good.
I really do. I do enjoy it. I love the work. I love the people, the company. I'd encourage them. I'd sit and listen and be inquisitive. Why do you want to do it? What do you want to get out of it? And fully support them. Sit down and support. I find it weirdly enough. I've had someone message me on LinkedIn, which is great. It's great for reaching out. That's actually who's in sports science, and he's reached out saying, like, I'm in sports science, but I want to get into FM.
Wow.
Can we have a chat? And we played phone call tennis for about a month, the pair of us. But again, like that, I'll sit with him, give him some time. I would fully encourage it. I would. I couldn't believe it's small world, but effectively, nice chat. We spoke briefly, but we need to. But I would. Yeah, I'd offer a really good advice, I think.
Interesting how he's found you on the back of on the back of that.
Yeah, smaller. But I'd encourage it. I would
never know, it might work for you.
Who knows? Poor lad.
So what's something you wish you knew when you were starting out? You mentioned something earlier about, I think it was listening or something. I can't remember what you said, but what's something you wish you knew?
Yeah, for those that know me, will always say, when Daniel Peters is in a room.
Yeah.
And I always think, is that a good or a bad? But
I think that's the same for me.
I hope it's for a bit, but I think for me, what I've really learned over the more recently is you haven't always got to speak to be heard, and sometimes don't listen to speak. Just listen to hear and absorb. You haven't always got to say something. I think that's something I would say I've definitely learned and would try and pass on. And I'm even working on that as we speak, because it's I like to also get my point across. But then on the flip side of that, I always say, make sure when you're at a table you're heard. So maybe be heard in the right capacity.
Yeah.
So you haven't always got to just get it out. You've got to sort of articulate at the right time,
definitely,
and make sure that whatever you're saying
is relevant
at that time, rather than just saying something to speak, because it's sort of
like you say, you don't always have to speak if there's not
right.
If it's not the opportunity at the right time or whatever. But I think one thing I would definitely say is that that I've had to work on over the years. And I don't know whether I've recently been diagnosed with ADHD, and I interrupt people a lot. And I think that's something I wish I worked on earlier, because it's so hard, because when I've got something to say and it's on my mind, I've got to say it, and I think that's something that I wish I'd listened a little bit more, and instead of tried to be heard all the time. So I like what you've said there.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Interesting. It's food for thought. You're actually making me really think about things. I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's because it's first thing in the morning. I'm like all fresh for ideas. At the end of the day, usually we do these. So let's talk about the sports side of things. We're kind of coming out away from work a little bit. Like, are you still involved in your sports?
So I am a good couch potato now.
You're a watcher, an observer.
So I don't play as much as I used to, and there's no reason for that. I suppose I've got family now, but that's not the reason I don't play, because they would encourage me to play.
Of course.
So I used to play squash and football growing up.
Not at the same time.
That would be interesting. So that would be very interesting. I don't know what they'd call that. And I kind of obviously like work and just life takes over and the dedication of time. But I love my football.
Yeah.
I ran the marathon last year.
Well done.
Which was great, and I'm doing it again this year. So it mustn't have been that tough, but it was tough. But so I'm doing these things just because if I don't have something to do, I just won't do anything.
It's so good for the mind, though.
It's great. So I'm not training yet. And again, I said that last week, next week, but next week never comes. So I need to be more disciplined outside of work than I am in work, because at work I'm very disciplined. And I encourage my children to do absolutely anything and everything. So any club going, they're doing. So we got football, basketball club, all sports club. So they try and keep them active. Yeah. And hopefully I can book myself into a club.
Yeah. I wished I'd done that. I'm not very sporty. I didn't like it. But I think if I'd have been encouraged a little bit more, because my parents didn't do anything either. My dad was a sailor. He liked to sail.
Okay, so you could have got into
I did a bit.
I was about to say boating.
I did a bit. Yeah. Only with him, though.
Yeah. So my dad's very avid in sport. He still to this day plays probably every day. So we didn't really have a choice. Not that I'm moaning about that, because it was great. So we were up and out, and Saturdays and Sundays revolved about going football all day and down the squash club every night. And then I reflect on that and sort of like the learnings that come out of it as well, like discipline. Listening, teamwork, all them sort of things.
Keeping active, though. I'm rubbish. I wish I'd said that.
Same, I know.
But you know that you should, and you're encouraging your children to do it.
Yes.
I did encourage my children. My daughter was gymnastics and my son football, and did a bit of rugby, and he now goes to the gym, and so I think I wish I had known that a little bit more.
Yeah,
probably more body conscious then. It's like eating. If there's a sport on eating, I can do that.
I'd win that.
I love my food. So you mentioned your family, and you've got a young family.
Yes.
You mentioned you've got young babies.
Young, yes, 5 and nearly 4.
Got any more planned?
No.
Okay.
No.
2's enough.
2's plenty.
I agree.
Yeah, 2 is plenty, and they're great. Yeah, I live for the kids.
Oh.
So yeah, it's nice. But if I'm not at work, I'm busy. I'm in the car doing something. We're out and about. It's nice. Yeah.
So you're a nice, active family.
Indeed.
Holidays,
yeah, we try and go on as many as possible. It doesn't feel like a holiday.
No.
It's sort of packing everything, including the kitchen sink. But it's just nice to get away, and we'll see their faces.
And also, I was lucky enough to travel with my when I was growing up. That's one thing I did do. So I was very lucky with that, and I travelled the world on holidays, in America and in Australia, and I've been to Fiji, and I've been as a kid, but I also did that with my family growing up. So my kids now do it still. Travel. That's my daughter, my son not so much, but yeah, they like to travel and see different things. My daughter's been to more places than me in Europe, that's for sure, and I think it's really important. I think it's educational, cultural.
Agreed.
We learn a lot when we travel.
We definitely do. I mean, I wasn't very well travelled before I met my wife.
Okay.
I'd probably not been to many countries, and if I had, it was to play sport and sort of. So I didn't really see the country.
No,
But so now under her guidance, we're here, there, and everywhere with the kids. So it's nice. It's nice seeing things. So the kids have probably been just to as many countries as I have.
Yeah. So in their young years.
So, yeah, they've probably got more stamps than me. But it's good. Yeah, it's nice just to get out the cultural things and
get away.
It makes everything worth it, right? We all work hard.
Correct.
And again, when we're on holiday, do you really switch off?
We were talking about that, weren't we?
Yes. I don't think I really switch off. I think you just lower the capacity, as in at work is sort of 100 mile per hour at a time. On holiday, you sort of probably notch it down to about 10%. I
really do respect those people. We were talking about this before the show because obviously I'm going Crete on Thursday. It's Monday today. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been away for a while. So, it comes with you, doesn't it? The phone, I don't know if I'm going to take my laptop or not. I'm really deliberating whether I should or not. I just don't know if I can completely switch off, because I don't want to come home, like you said, to 2,000 emails.
I think it's a balance.
I'll be behind. And that'll stress me out.
That'll stress you out. Holiday to get over the holiday emails. I think it's a balance, but I think if you don't take it, you can't reply.
Correct.
And
what if you miss something?
The team, you should have a team around. Yeah, but I don't know. You don't live to work. You work to live. And I think it's sometimes, but that's rich coming from me because I dedicate an hour every night on holiday to checking in and then that's it.
Yeah.
But then you do
the same.
Yeah, but then you run if there's a problem where you are, you can't really do that much there. So you just, and then the people that you're emailing are kind of leave us alone, enjoy your holiday. So I think you need to
find a balance.
Yeah, that's right. The balance again with some buzzword of balance today. So just don't take the laptop. Maybe just 1 hour a day
on the phone.
On the phone.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Try that.
Good tip.
I'll ask you in a week how you got on.
Yeah. I'll email you. I probably will be messaging you because your podcast will probably be edited. So I will probably.
Yeah, I'll check in and you'll have the laptop open. Something like that.
This is the thing. Anyway, yeah. So what? Let's last question. I really do like this one. And what's the best bit of advice you've ever been given?
Gosh. Well, now I'm older. I think any advice is good advice.
Love that.
And I think that's. What's the one? That's very difficult. I would say network is a key one. Network. Nice. Get out, speak to people.
Yeah.
And if you don't like speaking to people, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah. I hear that a lot.
And just say hello because everyone's in the same boat and it's a people business. So just sort of get around as many, ask questions. I think that's a good one. So you've given me that one, haven't you?
Yeah.
Ask plenty of questions.
You were saying it, so
in there, spoon fed me there. And I think, ask plenty of questions is a good one. Never be too shy to be inquisitive.
We never know.
We never know. And one thing I'm learning now, I would say, read. Read, which I'm terrible at reading, so I have to really force myself to read. Is read and listen to what's going on around you.
I'm embarrassed to say my fellow writes books, and I've not
really
read them.
Okay.
Is that bad? I'm taking them on holiday, and he's there. So, but I'm gonna read the books. Yeah. I'm going to do it.
This holiday, you're going to put the laptop down.
Yes.
Or not take the laptop.
Yes.
And read a book.
I'm going to do that.
That's it.
So that's one thing I'm going to do. I like it. Ask questions.
There's probably. I'm trying to think of a really inspirational one, but I think that's the one for me is listen and ask plenty of questions.
You said that, didn't you, earlier?
Always listen. Yeah.
And I think pausing is good as well, and listen before you say anything. Make sure it's valid what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, and
is it necessary?
Is it necessary? Am I adding value?
Yes.
And maybe reflect. I think I did touch on it earlier, but I think we're so quick in whatever we do, whether it's personal or professional. The reality is, like 4 years ago, this is where I wanted to be, but I've never really sat and thought about that. And sort of thought, if I was talking to myself 4 years ago, I'd really be celebrating today.
That's sad that we don't do that.
Do we? And I'm already thinking about what does Daniel Peters want next.
Yeah.
But I haven't enjoyed today, or the person that 4 years ago would be dreaming of today.
Yeah.
So reflect on the good and the bad, or not the bad, the development areas.
Yeah.
What could I have done better? Why? How? And just be a better version of yourself tomorrow.
I think don't have any regrets as well. I think we learn from. Should we call them mistakes? I think
you're going to always learn more when you make them. If you call it a mistake, but you also need to reflect when you're winning as well. And I don't think we do that enough. When things are going well, no one really sits back and sort of, why is it going well? Because we're too busy celebrating. Or when it's going bad, do we only take a time, or as an incident, do we take time to reflect?
Yeah.
So enjoy.
It's been very inspiring. I don't know whether it's Monday morning, but I've really enjoyed this session because you're making me reflect and think, gosh, I've come quite a long way in my career and also, new career and a podcast interview. I never thought I'd be doing this. So
amazing.
Is this your first one?
This is my first one and I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
I love that.
Really enjoyed it.
And you've done it now. You can tick this off the box.
That's it.
This is forever going to be out there.
That's right. Oh, God help
Daniel
everyone.
Peters.
God.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, me too. It's been a really good, inspiring story, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that are probably going to reach out to you now, and it sounds like they were already doing that. But Daniel Peters, CBRE, LinkedIn, ask some questions. He's happy to answer them. Yeah.
No, thank you for having me. It's been great.
Lovely. And that's the end of today's episode of Wear Many Hats, the podcast totally dedicated to the FM and property industry. Until next time. So please forward, share on to friends and family or anyone that's getting into the industry for these inspiring stories today from Daniel. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Cheers. Thank you.
Take care.